Representative Geiss.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. For probably the first time in the 4 years that I've been here, I took my work home with me this weekend. Was unable to speak on Thursday, and to be quite honest, I have to apologize to my kids for maybe not paying as much attention to them because I was so, I got worked up more and more about what transpired last Thursday. And the reason why this legislation means so much to me, some of the first words that I learned, some of the first songs had this great phrase, what force on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one. And I learned those lyrics at Black Lake when I was roughly 3 or 4 years old, because that's where my father, who was a financial secretary of Local 189 on the east side, with Ken Terry as his president, that's where we went for our family trips. We went to Black Lake. We went out to Florida to the conventions. First in '74 in a brown Pinto station wagon, and later we thought we'd moved up in the world, and we went out in a motorhome. Labor and what has been fought for over the past 100 years led me to stand here today at the floor. I was able to get a mechanical engineering degree from the University of Michigan, a master's in business administration from the University of Michigan, and go to work at Ford. Not just being salary, but salary management. So sometimes in the eyes of my friends on this side of the aisle, suspicious because I had to work with Republicans at Ford Motor Company. And I've tried to do that here on the floor and on legislation that we can agree with. I've tried to carry the governor's water on things like road funding, on building the bridge, where we could work on issues that solve the problems for the common man here in the state of Michigan. But I heard the governor this weekend state that just because he's put right to work on the agenda, he doesn't feel that it should be divisive. We should be able to just go on and get along. Well, I say to you, sir, and to my colleagues here, that is not possible. This is the nuclear option. And if you all remember, 4 years ago when we first sat down, much like the new caucus members, the new members that are being sworn in, we were all grinning the gills and we looked each other in the face and we said, we hope we never get to this point. We hope that we can work in a truly bipartisan way where we do not harm each other's districts, that we work for the common good, that we can look at each other when we're done with this 6 years and know that we at least heard each other out. And we did no harm, we did what was good and what was right and what was just. But that's not what we're doing here today. This is the most divisive issue that we have had to deal with. And this will have repercussions. It will have personal hard feelings after this is all said and done. I don't believe that right to work should be on our agenda. It was not thoroughly vetted. Many of us that served on the House Education Committee and on the Insurance Committee came up when everybody else was out trying to hunt deer because those were important issues for the chairpersons of those committees to have due and diligent hearings. This was dropped on December 6th, and now we sit here 5 days later and we're going to pass something that will undo 100 years of labor relations. And there will be blood. There will be repercussions. We will relive the Battle of the Overpass, which, by the way, is where my grandparents moved to in 1946. A little street called Appeline, situated between Oakland Boulevard and Miller Road, within walking distance of that path. And we know that if you've got 100 represented folks and 10 people walk into the shop floor and say, I'm not going to pay any dues anymore, there's going to be fights. Because we've seen it in the past. My good friend, Tim Bledsoe, talked about the history last week. Are we going to forget those lessons? Are we going to forget the fights that occurred that got us to this point? Are we going to wash away and forget all this battle once more. So there's been some singing here on the floor as of late. I won't sing these lyrics, but some of the words within these lyrics hold some message even today. When the Union's inspiration through the workers' blood shall run, there can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun. Yet what force on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one? But the Union makes us strong. Is there aught we hold in common with the greedy parasite, who would lash us into serfdom and would crush us with his might? Is there anything left to us but to organize and fight? For the Union makes us strong. It is we who plowed the prairies, built the cities where they trade, dug the mines and built the workshops, endless miles of railroad laid. Now we stand outcast and starving amidst the wonders we have made, but the Union makes us strong. All the world that's owned by idle drones is ours and ours alone. We have laid the wide foundations, built it skyward, stone by stone. It is ours not to slave in, but to master and to own, while the unions make us strong. They have taken untold millions that they never toiled to earn, but without our brain and muscle, not a single wheel can turn. We can break their haughty power, gain our freedom when we learn that the union makes us strong. In our hands is placed a power greater than their hoarded gold, greater than the might of armies, magnified 1,000-fold. We can bring forth a new world from the ashes of the old, for the Union makes us strong. Mr. Speaker, I hope that I've left everything here on this chamber and do not take it home over the Christmas break. But I really wish that we had not gone here in the class of 2009. And it is the leadership in this house that has led us here today. The same leadership that tried to throw a bomb right on the election day that led to a member switching parties, and again came in today at the 11th hour and played a gotcha game with this bill. And for that, I do not